Hello, and welcome back to another trek through the dungeon. This is DCSS bringing you another run. I just had a few false starts with a couple attempts at making a gargoyle go. Learned a few important lessons. I probably should post those vids eventually, but for the time being, I'll leave them in my personal vault of shame. But for the I've decided that I'd rather than trying janky experimental builds, I'm gonna go ahead and just do a build that really should work just fine with a fire elementalist, good old-fashioned high damage conjurations, and we'll see how we do. In that vein, we're going to focus on conjurations in general, fire in specific. For my early game training, wield a dagger and off we go. Now, as most of you know, I generally prefer to start off as a wizard rather than as a specific elementalist, but I'm switching it up a little bit. Also, some of you are probably going to find this run very boring, those of you who have seen me do many Firestormy runs before, but I've never done a successful gargoyle. I've done a few unsuccessful gargoyles recently, and each of them has led me to believe that this is in fact a very powerful race class combination, or for just about any race class combination, for a good melee wizard, strong AC buffs, great free resistance to poison. I don't know if I can survive this thing hitting. Right now I have range. Nope. This is gonna get worse before it gets better. I'm actually planning to dive right now. I'm pretty sure that knoll can take me out, and I'd rather not die this early on. Granted, diving is its own kind of risk, but there we go. Found a way around. Now, I'm pretty sure the knoll was down here. I don't mind taking a couple shots at him and then running away. Shout for him to follow me. Alright. Got him. And that way, if he did get a good stab in, I could still run. I should be high level enough now for Conjure Flame. Good. Can do a surprising amount of good with that ability. Finish clearing off floor 1. So yeah, this is going to be pretty standard opening. For those of you who, like me, haven't played gargoyles yet, for the most part, the big things to be aware of are that they are given an AC buff that increases with level, and also gives them increased guaranteed damage reduction, or GDR. So they get more value for wearing armors and training armors than, they don't have to wear as big an armor in order to get the same GDR that you would with another race class. Or alternatively, you can look at it as if you wear bigger armors, you get even more benefits than you might otherwise have. All that extra AC obviously does worlds to make you a more versatile, livable, survivable. This is theoretically balanced out by having a 20% HP reduction, which of course makes them better than just about every species I generally play as a wizard. They also come with R negative, resist necro, as well as resist torment. You know, just to completely make this everything that I like in a race class combo. So very much, I guess if it had been immune to mutations, I'd be even happier. All in all, very powerful race class, and there's reason to why on the wiki it's considered to be an easy class. And as you all know, I'm a sucker for playing things that I believe are viable, powerful, or consistent. Yay, Spear of Venom. I can drop the Dagger of Venom. But I'll hold on to it just in case someone else decides to pick it up. being able to apply a quantity of poison is generally very valuable, especially in the early game. I think there'll be Oklobs in the corner of this place. Yes, no, maybe. Fedas Marash. There we go. Oklob in the corner, covering some foodstuffs. More food, more explore. I should really start playing the item ID game pretty soon. Probably will do it after this floor is done. But at least read the things I have the most of and check out the potion I have the most of. There. Knowing simply curing at least could be very useful should I run into, say, Simon or something and need a quick pick me up to have a shot at life. Back off. Where are we at? This is all growing pretty nicely. I kind of want to put fighting on, but kind of don't. I think I'll hold off for now. Work with a little bit lower HP for the time being. As a classic blaster caster, there's really only two choices for deity, Sif Muna or Vehumet. And I'm kind of leaning Vehumet this game around, honestly, because I really am just looking to play blaster caster, not anything fancier. That being said, if I'll go with whoever I find first, honestly, and if I find both, I might just go Sif Muna so that I can be an Omni Wizard. If I survive till the post-end game, which I might not, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. There is something nice about knowing that play long enough and you'll have access to every spell in the game. Oh yeah, we'll totally enchant this weapon. In fact, we're gonna double enchant this weapon. It's granted only a spear, but +4 spear is pretty reasonable to hit, and that's all I need it for to apply poison. I'm gonna stop using any weapon pretty soon, so might as well make it good while it lasts or has value. Throw a poison javelin at my wizard, and then run for it. Poison javelin, stab with poison from a distance. Ah, that confusion. Thank God I took the time to learn curing. Alright, we're gonna get out of here before I die. Something died downstairs, which is great. See if anything followed me. It did not. Okay, cool. Go back to the heavily contested staircase from before. Ooh, embroidered robe. Yet another level of resist necro, which I don't need. Now, it should be noted that, and I've noted this in a previous run as a gargoyle, you don't really have any innate resistances to magic or fire and the like. Okay, it looks like I'm a Vehumet worshipper. Which means it's even more necessary than usual to be careful what you let hit you and what you don't. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna put a fire so that he can't cross and then just poison him with my thing. What you let hit you and what you don't. Things that don't care about your giant AC will deal so much more damage than you're just accustomed to taking in the course of ordinary play. And if you let that catch you by surprise, you'll obviously get very punished for it. So, yeah. So, wizards shooting fire, orc priests doing their, whatchamacallit, ignore AC smite based thingy-mabob, which hurts you, smiting. Yeah, these things are really hard to just tank. It's important to be ready for them. We're just gonna go ahead and get Sticky Flame on board too. I don't know that it's gonna be long-term useful, but in the medium to short term, it's gonna be very helpful. Edmund. We're gonna run, put down a fire, and whoa, 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 whoa. Cure once, but if you're standing in a fire, you're not gonna be doing very well. He looks okay, actually, for being in the middle of a fire. My guess is, yes, he's resisting the fire with whatever he's wearing. Okay, that sucks for me immensely. I really had hoped I could have stalled him, but I can't. He's resistant to the one element I use. We're going to use fear to make him back off here, if possible. And then dive. So we've dived repeatedly so far this game, which just goes to show the stairs really are your most powerful tool. We're going to work our way very carefully around this lower floor, and the moment we find a way back up, we'll take it. And now that we know that Edmund is cheaty bastard, we'll fight him accordingly. Pike Hell should be okay. Wand of Cold. Oy vey. Oy vey. The reason I kept on firing, despite the fact that he was just going to zap Wand of Cold, was that one, I'm burning his charges, two, a single blast of cold is probably enough to kill me. Well, maybe not a single blast, but certainly two of them would be. Oh, right, the humans aren't allied yet. I'm gonna light this one on fire. How'd I do that? Sticky flame? Okay, there's Pike Hell himself. If I can get a nice setup going here with fire and poison, and take him down. Double level up, excellent. And an almost certainly completely used up wand, but I will ID it, because cold could be a very useful thing for a guy who doesn't use a lot of cold. Otherwise, let's just read some more scrolls at random, see if I can find something useful. Magic mapping could be very useful now. Fog. I actually would like to remember all of these. Unfortunately, I will waste a precious scroll of amnesia, burn a telly scroll, and remove my curses, whatever they may be. Oh, and we'll take this whip with us, just in case. Okay, we are now in the middle of a bunch of people. Up staircases northeast, which we will head to immediately, and then pull. Okay, free explore the floor. I'm not too worried about anything anymore. The only reason that there was danger from what's-his-face was because I didn't know what he was going to do. Took a risk standing in the ogre's range for one turn, but it was well worth it because it got him killed, and he would have had to accurately hit me for it to have been a bad move. Oh, here we go. Continue to attack the thing I can't see until it dies. Vampiric hand axe. I have no time for vampiric weaponry, unfortunately. I don't deal enough melee damage to care. Stacking poison is another story. It's just a tactical move. Okay, where are we? We moved up from here to here. Fair enough. Ribbit is aware of me, or will be shortly. I think I can take Ribbit on. Okay. There we go. So Ribbit's following me now. Perfect. I got that one very important Conjure Flame tile space. Without that, I would have been in serious trouble. Ah, crap. That paralysis might end my life. Nope, I lived. And because I lived, he will probably die. We're going to drop another fire to hopefully buy me the time to escape. Okay, and then we'll try another, well, same door maybe. Perfect. As long as he's locked up, I can probably do this. Set up a firewalk for Canterer. They really are putting me through my paces with all this attacking. I'm wondering if after all this I feel like I may have forgotten to go back to a previous floor that I had skipped. I don't know. I think I've fully explored each floor so far, but if I have, just in case I haven't, I should go back for it. There's no way into the middle of that without being a little bit more confident in my ability to ignore fire, which at this time I am not, and if you die to something like that, you'll feel like an idiot. Again, that same trap I mentioned before where you feel like you're solid, but in reality that's just, ooh, sting. That's actually tempting, just in keeping with my whole I layer poison on things theme that I seem to have going right now. I'll pass for the time being. I don't need an extra level 1 spell that only works against the same range of enemies that I already have. The few enemies I can think of that would be immune to fire, I can't imagine would be vulnerable to poison. And I can already stack poison with my melee weapon, which I've already dumped a lot of enchantment into. That's to save my spell level. Okay. Explored. Explored. I'm just going back to make sure. Explored. Explored. And that's good enough for me. Alright, off we go. And hey, during this process I unearthed a few random new enemies. Oh, that's what it was. I fled from a fight here that I did not return for. There's the guy I fought whom I couldn't finish. Oh right, and we couldn't win because he was already past a firewalk. So we're gonna light him on fire. I don't care how good your resistance is, you can't ignore that kind of damage. And there we go. Finish him. I will actually take both those things. +4 fire resist on a ring mail brings me up to a very reasonable AC, and if I wield a protection weapon, like the Flail of Protection, 20 AC is very respectable. Now, granted, it's not a very good weapon for me, so I'm going to have to hot swap it routinely, but that's fine. Spear, please. Just melt the guy. I'm going to put on a little bit of fighting to get me some HP increase, and go back to the Flail of Protection for general purpose walking around. Better safe than dangerous. That's just a Shadow Imp. I'm not too worried about it. We'll Scorch it. And Ecumenical Temple no longer holds any charm for me. I don't think that Centaur can find his way over to me. I can probably poison him from here, but let's just drop it. Okay, we got him. This is a very interesting vault. It's designed to work with the enemy AI to keep them out of my range. And since they're using maximal range bows, it'll obviously leave me in their range. Give me something a bit faster to hit this thing with. Spear. Alright, you know what? Screw this. This is a bad fight for me, and getting irritated with it is even worse. If this imp wants to come out and play, he can do that on his own. We'll just kill some folk. Alright, rat. Dagger of draining. Don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care. in range, so scorch him. You guys are running away now. It's like you figured out what I'm doing. Am I still use protection weapon, please? At this range, it'll be much more useful than anything else. Oh, but they may be out of ammo, actually. Yeah, that would explain why they're doing all this dancing. Okay, got some kills. I'm trapped in this area until I walk out, so we'll just walk out. And stab Dukin. Okay, good so good, good so far, good so far. Just let the stack a bunch of poison and then run away. I don't care if your hatchet comes back or not, your tomahawk comes back or not. When you're dead, it doesn't matter if you catch it. Draven. Let's see, what do we need? None of this is necessary, but if we're taking it just for the sake of survival, haste, berserk, might, a spare curing, and a resistance. And since I can't get all of that, probably leave that behind. The extra resist is the least likely to be life-saving. Berserk Rage can absolutely be a case of, well, I couldn't win this fight, but now I can win this fight. Kill the imp, kill the imp. Alright, we're good. ID something, please. Sharp fingernails, great. ID something else. Agility, alright, that's fine. Stop IDing stuff. Let's back off. Kill these things one at a time. Sandblast. It would give me the means of training my earth, but I'm not going to start carrying around sand just to do melee range attacks of pitiful total value. Especially considering I'm probably past the point of the game where I can assume everything will have a low AC. Things will still have low AC, but not everything. And ultimately, I'm not worried about the rank and file enemy. I'm worried about that one enemy for any given value of that one enemy. Okay, we'll kill everything here because we're dumb enough to walk into fire. Good God. Do I do feel a little bit bad about raiding somebody's sheep pen? Or sheppen, if you will. No, you're not following me back. So, I'm still just on the starting spellbook, but it's getting the job done. Sticky Flame is not apparently viable against these things. I'm gonna back away. Back away the hell away. Reach for the guy. Got him. Yeah. Come on, fools. Kill them all. We're gonna have to light this one on fire. It's probably gonna have to be poisoned from a distance. Every enemy I come across is either popcorn or a case of stop and figure out how you wish to deal with him. Popcorn like that doesn't matter, just blow him up, but in general, okay. Close the door. See if that something continues to follow me. It's not following me. Okay, there we go. It's following me. Perfect. Okay, there we go. It's definitely following me now. What is it? It's right next to me or something. How is it hitting me when I'm sitting right next to it and I'm not able to hit it back? This is really frustrating. I feel like I did the right thing. I tried to light it on fire and everything. Berserk Rage. It's hitting me despite the fact that I'm swinging it at the only space it could be on. Yeah, anyway, it died eventually. I don't know how, but I'll take it. I'm very hungry. I don't want to starve, so we'll quickly eat something before I start trading blows for a while. Light you on fire at melee range and kill you, and then we'll eat again. The Berserk Potion actually saved my life in exactly the fashion that I said it might. Some enemy that I couldn't really deal with in any other way, just kill it with that. But I had really set up a situation where, ooh, Searing Ray generally is a good ability. It gives you a miniature, or I should say a poor man's kill enemies on a line feature. For example, Searing Ray. Ray. Did a lot of damage. We're gonna do it again, actually. Ray. Apparently I just turned into a pig, so we're gonna leave now. There's the half-dead Arolka. I'm gonna back off to a respectable distance and then finish her. Wand of Polymorph. That explains how I've turned into a pig. Thank God that doesn't just malmutate you like it used to do. That would be awful. Okay, excellent. Stab. Where's my Ray? Ray. See, Searing Ray is even better for this build or than average because with this guy at least, I can afford to sit and tank more damage than usual. Storm Dragon Hide is interesting. I don't know if it's any good or not. It's definitely going to be an AC interference. But I'm going to carry it with me in case I accidentally pick up a... Or I accidentally read a Scroll of Enchant Armor and need a target for it. Evading destructive magics as well as mana back on kill. Two excellent properties. Alright, we're getting very close to the lair, I suspect, on account of what, we're on D9. And yeah, so far, I guess I know the fire build is viable, so less than saying the fire build is viable, I should say. the Gargoyle runs it quite well. We're gonna go Searing Ray without actually putting down Conjure Flame, because I don't think I need Conjure Flame in this particular scenario. Kill everything as it comes. I absolutely will take up the offer for Stone Arrow. It's a nice medium strength conjuration-y spell. It also gives me an inroads into Earth Magic, which I have a very good aptitude for. Which I will throw a few points at now, actually. Just a few points. To increase the castability of my Stone Arrow and increase its danger. Though in truth, I probably don't need it. The Stone Arrow, I mean. But you never know. It's nice to have a solid weapon that works against things that are otherwise resistant. A pure Conjurator's attack. Conjurator's attack. Okay, the shadow creatures proccing new shadow creatures has to be banned. Ban this sick filth. Sentinel's Mark, which should soon resolve. It did, continuing to put on sundry bits of armor for the buffs. Actually, just go to AC 24, why not? Ah, curses. Give me a protection. In fact, drop the dagger of stuff that I'm not going to use. The unknown dagger as well, thank you. Floor down, we've got Josephine and the Whites. I don't know what that is behind them. Looks like it might be an ice cave. This is not a good place to fight. We'll pull one white with me. How do I Stone Arrow this guy? CC. And we'll just go ahead and have a ration so I don't have to worry about food for a while. And go on. We're wearing protection in case Jorp decides to attack us. Or Joseph decides to attack us. Okay, there we go. Now we got something to pull. Kill everything that's following us. And pull. Light him on fire. Oh, goddamn Draining Eye. I'm just gonna kill you and then get back my mana. Joseph and a simulacrum-y thing. Kill the simulacra. And since Joseph is only finally managing to deal a little bit of damage, we'll get out and hope that he approaches the stairs this time. He does not. That's fine. We can take him out. Light him on fire. Do not ignore the possibility of elemental damage being super dangerous. Josephine is literally standing on my escape route. That's awful. I have no means of scaring away the whites, and I have no means of moving forward. This would be a great time to use haste to gain distance and run. And even that little trek may yet, buy me the time I need to get the lead on Josephine and pull her individually away from the whites. And hopefully that isn't an ice cave, because I'll feel very sad if I let the cave go, but I don't think it's an ice cave. I think it's just a particular layout that has a fair amount of whatchamacallits. Yeah, lighting an ice beast on fire is just a level of cruel Dante never even thought of. Okay, that should be all of them. Fighting is good. Earth Magic's gotten a few points under its belt. Switch back over to spellcasting, I suppose. Not very high, just a little bit. No need to get greedy. One-on-one I can take out a white, but it costs me a lot of mana to do so, And I don't know why, but I suspect they have a draining attack. Come on, stupid yaks, follow me. Pull a few at a time. Light it on fire, eat it to death. I'm not using my well-enchanted poison spear right now because I'm actually getting a lot of mileage out of the AC buff right now instead. Oh yeah, you can't light these on fire. If you can't, it doesn't really work very well for the whites. Mephitic Cloud? Oh, you are too kind. Okay, you're not too kind. I can't memorize it yet. How many spell levels do I need? 2? Okay, I can get that. In fact, I could amnesia away something right now. What do I not need? Sticky Flame gives me some nice melee-ish thing, but I could technically use Searing Arrow. Or Searing Ray and Stone Arrow are also kind of taking the same spot. And I would rather use Mephitic Cloud for crowd control. What else is in this book? I need the Fireball in this book, so I can't tear the spell book apart in order to use it. Yeah, we're just going to amnesia away one of my spells so I can get Mephitic Cloud online. And unfortunately, it is going to be Searing Ray. I'd rather have Stone Arrow in case I don't get an Issekundurun's Mystic Blast equivalent for a very long time. We'll just pull these two. Oh, I forgot. I'm immune to poison. Mephitic is even better than average on my Gargoyle. I was wondering why am I worried about an orc skeleton. I didn't realize it was a living orc skeleton. I was like, I see orc skeletons all the time. There's no need to stop the game for that. Nothing I can do about this one. Just kill it. Now that I have Mephitic Cloud, this whole game just gets a lot easier. Okay, a lot easier, but not easy enough that I can just ignore the fact that that's a freaking hill troll giant or whatever. That was the wrong target. This is the right target, but I am literally completely out of mana, so we're just going to run away and get some mana back. Who knows, maybe something will die before I get back to them. Give me the poison spear. I want to kill these things. Stacking poison on them is just going to be more efficient than trying to pummel them with something big and heavy. We are going to hold on to the needles and low pipe set just a little while. We'll get rid of it soon. Fighting can get cut. I do want to leave spell levels on just a little bit longer so that I have enough spell levels to comfortably memorize whatever comes next, if it's desirable that I should do so. I remember the time where Vehement used to just give you conjuration books and summoning books. That was kind of his whole shtick. Apart from, of course, his godly buff abilities, which are the exact same as they used to be, I think. Or no, they used to also include a cost -1 ability for spells fireball level and higher. That was good times. Okay, how bad? I can deal with all this stuff, but let's get behind the centaur. Okay, excellent. Butcher all the mans. The fact that there's so many yaks is pretty indicative there's very likely a a lair entrance on this floor. There's almost always some preemptive animaling for the vault floor, and bees are one sign that I got used to seeing. My god, there is a lot of hill giants, isn't there? Oh wow, a lot of damage. It's a good thing I've been studying my healing, or my fighting. Make it that much harder for me to get one shot. Bolt of Magma. Now that's just better than Stone Arrow. Amulet of Faith. That's unfortunate. I'm not looking to max my Vehement Piety anytime soon. Delayed Fireball plus Fireball is probably enough for fire-based damage for a long time. Oh my god. Before this goes too far, let's try to contain the orcs as best as we can. Let's get within visual range of the vault and then fire in the hole. Okay, start spreading the poison. Keep them contained. Dancing around for their deity. See how much more valuable Mephitic Cloud is than just about any of the stuff I had with that before it. Stuff I had before it is nice and powerful, killy stuff. Mephitic Cloud is a survival spell, crowd control spell, time delayed spell. It does everything at once. Also, I'm noticing a disappointing lack of lair entrances so far. We'll find the... Damn it, that was not the one I wanted. This is a very full colony. It's covered the entire floor. Seriously, at this point it's kind of becoming ridiculous. I can't keep up with this colony at all. There's a couple actives here. This one leads back this way. Oh man, there's a lot of bullshit here. Oh, 3 more actives. I'm not even sure how these took over the floor so thoroughly. Okay, here's the place that I thought might have been an ice cave once upon a time. It was just a mini vault. And no lair entrance, and dear god, this plant life everywhere, which is just begging to be finished, but by the time I find it... Oh, I think we may have found it. I remember when I fled from a knoll to save my life. Here I am taking on their whole pack now. Ha! Got it. Alrighty, well that's as good a spot to stop as any. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time.